They say her cries still echo through the hallways, a soft wail of someone who was never meant to be forgotten, a young woman locked away behind bricks in shame. Welcome to the Goldfield Hotel. Hi, I'm Adrian Blackwell, and I believe there is no such thing as complete silence in this world. Tonight, I'm going to take you on a journey into stories that were never meant to be found, and to places where light is too afraid to shine. Because behind every silence, there is a whisper. Behind every legend, a buried truth. And behind every old tree, beneath every dusty wooden floor, something is always watching. Welcome to the worldwide Scary Stories, a place where shadows whisper, where fear speaks in many tongues, and where the forgotten tales rise again. From the haunted villages of Europe to the cursed jungles of Asia, every corner of this earth holds a story, just waiting to be heard. So turn off your lights, take a deep breath, open your mind, and step into the unknown. Because once this story begins, there's no turning back. Chapter 1: The Golden Rise and Fall. Built in 1902 during Nevada's gold rush boom, the Goldfield Hotel was once a symbol of luxury and promise. With its marble columns, velvet drapes, and grand chandeliers, it stood tall in the heart of Goldfield, a town that grew from dust to riches almost overnight. Miners, prospectors, and outlaws passed through its doors, bringing both fortune and secrets. But the dream didn't last. When the gold dried up, so did the town. By the 1940s, the hotel was abandoned, its elegant halls left to rot in silence. Whispers began to spread. Whispers about room 109, about chains, about crying. People talked of a young woman named Elizabeth, a name scratched into the stone near the basement. She had no last name, no grave, just a story passed from mouth to ear, a story of love, betrayal, and permanent silence. And as the years went on, the Goldfield Hotel became more than a ruin. It became a monument to a secret too painful to be written in history books. Chapter 2: The Woman Who Never Left. Locals say she was beautiful, young, possibly a worker at the hotel or someone involved with the owner, George Wingfield. No one knows exactly who she was, but they all remember the stories. It's said Elizabeth became pregnant with Wingfield's child. Fearing scandal, he hid her, not in another town, not in a clinic, but in the basement of the hotel, far from the laughter and the ballroom music upstairs. Food was brought, but eventually, it stopped. Some say she passed from neglect. Others say her cries were ignored. A few whisper that something even darker happened behind that sealed brick wall. But whatever the truth was, one thing became clear. She never left. Guests and ghost hunters have reported hearing a woman sobbing softly near the basement. Chains rattling, furniture moving on its own, and the sound of someone pacing, back and forth, back and forth. Her presence is strongest near room 109. Some say that's where it ended. Others believe it's where it continues. Chapter 3: The Night Madison Stayed. Madison Clark, a freelance photographer from Arizona, decided to spend one night at the Goldfield Hotel during her tour of abandoned sites. She wasn't scared. Not yet. That changed quickly. It was supposed to be a one-night stop. I got there late afternoon, set up my equipment, took some shots of the broken lobby and peeling wallpaper. It was quiet, almost too quiet. But around midnight, things shifted. She described hearing soft footsteps in the hallway outside room 109. Slow, dragging footsteps. I thought maybe an animal had gotten in, so I checked. Nothing. The hallway was empty, but it felt wrong, like someone had just been there, watching. She returned to her room. That's when she saw the light flicker. Her camera started taking photos on its own. The shutter just clicked, over and over. I didn't even touch it. When she reviewed the pictures, her hands shook. There was a shadow in the corner, a woman's figure, long dress, hair covering her face, and she was standing right behind me. Madison left that night, abandoning some of her gear. But before she did, she heard one last sound, a whisper. She said, "Help me." And then, the door slammed shut by itself. Chapter 4: The Paranormal Watchers. A few years ago, a paranormal investigation team from Reno spent a full weekend inside the Goldfield Hotel. Equipped with thermal cameras, motion sensors, and EMF meters, they hoped to document the presence many had only whispered about. Night 1 was quiet, but on night 2, their devices went wild. EMF spikes surged around room 109. One investigator felt pressure on his chest, as if something unseen was trying to keep him out. A thermal camera picked up the form of a person in the corner of the basement, but when they turned to look, no one was there. They recorded hours of audio. In the middle of the static, a faint female voice whispered, "Why did you leave me?" A door was captured slamming in slow motion, but no wind, no people. The team left with more questions than answers, but all of them agreed, Elizabeth is still there, and she's not at peace. Chapter 5: Theories and Forgotten Truths. Many historians dismiss the Goldfield legends as exaggeration. They say no records mention Elizabeth, no birth, no disappearance. But that's exactly what makes people suspicious. Some theorists believe Elizabeth may have been someone society chose to forget, a woman without status, silenced by scandal. Others say she may have never existed at all, and that the energy in the hotel is something older, ancient, not tied to any one person, but awakened by suffering and neglect. Then there's the theory of George Wingfield himself. Some believe he made pacts to ensure wealth and influence, and that Elizabeth wasn't the only one hidden beneath the marble floors. Locals speak of other noises, other names, other rooms. One thing is agreed upon: the basement was sealed for a reason, and those who go looking for what lies behind those bricks often regret it. Chapter 6: The Road You Shouldn't Take Today. The Goldfield Hotel stands as a relic, its windows shattered, its floors crumbling. But the energy inside remains. People still visit. Some leave with photos. Others leave with something they can't explain. Locals warn tourists, don't go near room 109. Don't wander into the basement. And if you hear a woman crying, leave immediately. Because what haunts the Goldfield Hotel is not just memory. It's emotion. It's desperation. It's the lingering presence of someone who never got to finish her story. So if you ever find yourself in Goldfield, Nevada, standing before those tall, silent doors, ask yourself one thing. Are you ready to hear what she has to say? Because once you do, there's no going back. If this story gave you chills, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone brave enough to watch, and let the shadows spread. Have you ever had a similar encounter? Something you can't explain? A whisper in an empty room? Or maybe something even stranger? Tell us in the comments, we're listening. And who knows, your story might be the next one we feature. Until next time, sleep tight. And don't forget to check out our other videos, the kind that make you question what's real and make your skin crawl.